on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone.
Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets.
On the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Discussing that heat in the street, and we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone. I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what
All
you need.
alone.
Vitamin J. Ay. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin J. Vitamin J, got what you need.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Tryna run the town. Tell 'em no duck when they hear that sound. How they gon' come up now? Heavy as the head that'll wear that crown. I'm going pound for pound. And if it's about smoke, then we talk all of that. From an ounce to a pound. Take it, they biting this now. Cause my drip right out the seat. How could they be? Give me a couple of rounds. Cause I'm a beast when I'm on vitamin G. You see they start crumbling now. Mad struck start mumbling now. Get the gist, I ain't reaching for cloud. Plot twist, I'm the one with the keys. Clock blitz, know they love how I freeze. Different continents, I be torn. We live a life making yours look boring. See, we win at the end, it's a spoiler warning. Cause I keep heating up, I might blow the whole planet. They calling me toxic like global warming. But they keep tuning in once again and again. I'm the one at the top, just to form a warning. Truly, I'm De Niro when it come to movies. Get De Niro entertaining groupies. Habanero if you come pursue me. But I hop on the game, too busy rolled up whenever my girl getting moody. Let me go with the gang, we all go insane. Catching them doors on the duty. I'm in Stixie, I'm locked in. Bought a box, I was like 10. Back then, used to box, nowadays they ain't throwing hands. Mama said we got more advanced. One thing about me, I adapt, bought a Glock fin. Keep me safe from the block in. The game kept me off the block. Ain't got flex about looting my Ruger. I can shit on you with my computer. See my graphics card costs more than your damn job can afford to pay you. And my monitor, big as hell, detail, so I can see when I spray you. To reload the clip and record the clip is go all say to that SSD. Know a whole lot of trill game heads like me wanna see tuned into that VGP. Take over the west and the east, and we got just what you need on vitamin G.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Vitamin G podcast. Today I have with me Nappy the Great Senshi, Lord of Monster Hunter. I have Omar, and I have, I can't just say Omar like he's just nobody. The ultimate gamer Omar. Guy probably completes maybe 5 games a month. And the excessive import RPG gamer, Kofi. Had a brain fart for a second. How you guys doing today? I guess I'll kick off with Nappy since he's on camera. Nappy, how you been? What you been playing? We already know it's Monster Hunter. Tell us all things amazing about Monster Hunter. Mm-hmm. Also, that's why it's not here. He's the antagonist now. Sure. We're, we're a gaming podcast. We never mind seeing gameplay. Well, if you get locked into the world enough, you're gonna spend money there. So is this does the touch based controls work really well, or you just been using strictly a controller? Combat looks decent. It looks fun.
Daddy? Daddy? Daddy?
Yes, 1 second.
I found I want to watch.
Lock, the character will
Okay.
go away.
Mm.
So
Wow.
it's actually but it's an interesting game because it has a pity roll of like after 80 you're guaranteed an S rank character, and it's like also has like this. It's so like I don't know, like I don't know where it's going to make its money from. Like besides rolling for the characters, it's like where do you make your money?
I'm sure as you get
Because-
deeper into the game, you'll get more gotcha aspects and
I'm
things like
also
that.
sure. I'm pretty sure they're gonna invent something for it. Don't worry about it. Where there gotcha, there is a
Is that
will.
Is that a Charizard? Oh, Nintendo's about to be
Oh,
on their ass.
Oh my gosh, it's got like the little yeah,
Like
the
a
little like
Digimon.
Digimon joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like stuff that you put on your characters to increase their stats and stuff.
That's crazy to kind of
Wow.
look at in a game.
Well,
Wow.
good
But
thing Digimon isn't owned by Nintendo, or they'd already be out of business.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
but it's just crazy. This game is a lot of fun. The story is really engaging, like a really engaging story. And like you get to play with all the characters. Like this green one is a healer. The other one was like a heavy mace person. So it's like it's really interesting as a game. And also like the over top of the world where you get to play in this like little pixel like 8-bit type style gameplay.
Interesting. It's not available in my area.
It's not.
If it wasn't for being
Yeah.
a gotcha game, I would be pretty interested actually.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
good.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
pretty sure because it's a gotcha game, it's not gonna be available in my area because we have a rule in our country. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I mean, yeah,
You
but
got to VPN it.
yeah. So actually, go on TapTap. If you download the app TapTap, it will allow you to download the game regardless of region.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just weird though because it's like I haven't spent a dime on this game, and this game is like fun. I'm like, I mean, the story is actually really good for a mobile game. I'm like, damn. It sucks that it's a gacha game, but
And it's
a
not
fun
on
gotcha.
Steam, right?
it is on Steam. Actually, you can play it
Oh.
on your computer too.
Oh, okay.
So you can play it on your phone, play it on your computer. It's an interesting mobile game. And again, if you love the Zero Escape series, then
Yeah,
you
I
will
do
definitely
love
see
them.
You'll see aspects for that. Oh, also besides that, I can show you guys one more thing. I actually, when I was playing Monster Hunter, because the game has a little bit of unoptimized issues, I actually ran into my first glitch into Monster Hunter, which I'm going to. No. Do I have Monster Hunter gameplay? I do not.
So, while you're looking that up, Tao said he's trying to get in with the Monster Hunter squad. So you're definitely gonna have to link up with Nappy and Kofi so far. I haven't talked with Zero, so I don't know if he's in Monster Hunter Wilds yet. I've been playing
Yeah,
the
we're-
Wild, so I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
I
Zero
was
started
wondering-
Monster Hunter on Saturday.
Okay.
I was wondering where you guys were at. Like, I was like, damn, who?
I'll pick it up
Yeah,
after this weekend. This
playing
weekend's
that
like
game.
I was just telling Omar for the show started that this week's like my mom and my son's birthday. So I'll probably pick it up next
Wow.
week.
Nappy,
Yeah.
what hunter rank are you?
I'm Hunter rank 6 already.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
I
you're
just
definitely
got
doing.
to the.
Tal's
I
already
just
30
got to
hours
the-
in. He 29. I rounded it up. He's already 30 hours in.
I'm 20 hours in.
Oh, that's
You're
rookie
20
numbers.
hours?
That's rookie numbers. You took a day
Nah,
off from
nah.
work.
Oh, also, if you guys want to see something funny, I had decided to see how Monster Hunter will run on my gaming laptop with the GTX 1060, just for you guys to know that if you guys ever want to run this game on
A potato.
on a potato.
Let's
I
see
actually
what this
posted this on my
looks like.
YouTube channel too.
That doesn't look that bad. Oh,
Now look at the FPS drop. Look at it drop.
Oh,
It does look kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Now look at this.
oh.
I mean, it's doable, but it looks rough. It looks like a PS1 game.
That looks like PSP. This looks like Monster Hunter Freedom.
Of course you would. So I've actually posted a video on my YouTube channel of running this game on a 1060,
Oh.
and it is not good.
Yeah.
This
Because
looks
the
like
frame rate is still
looks
bad.
like PS2, PS1. Well, I ain't gonna go
This
PS2. Let's say PS2. This looks like PS2
No
type
wonder-
graphics.
I think it looks like PSP.
No wonder the team that couldn't run it.
All right,
But
so
PSP had better frame rates.
so PSP was around PS2 type graphics.
Yeah. Well, the reason
Yeah.
I say that is because Monster Hunter Freedom really looks like this. Like it really looks like this.
I can believe it.
So yeah, this is a
Holy
GTX
shit.
1060, guys. For you guys who don't know,
Mm.
it is the frame rate in this game was. I was like, damn, my gaming laptop can't run this. So it's time for me to get a new gaming laptop.
What is-
but I got my
what-
gaming desktop.
What does your laptop sound like when you were playing?
Oh god, it was struggling. As you see, it was really deeping into my RAM. Like it was using I had 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'm using 20 gigabytes while playing this game.
I can
Yo.
believe it.
Here we are.
And this is everything to the lowest. Wow.
Lowest setting at 900p.
Wow.
And my 1060 was struggling to run this.
Okay,
basically,
Oh, go ahead.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
but it looks kind of smooth. It just looks like a very old game, but the movement looks pretty smooth
Yeah, I
for the
took
most
like
part.
PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2.
30 FPS, right?
no, look, the FPS is on the. Oh, look at the FPS.
I can't really see it. Oh,
It's
50?
it's at 19, 16, 18, 17.
Where
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, it's like 16, 15 FPS, but it looks smooth on the video right now. It doesn't look like it's.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so yeah, this game does not run well on my 1060, but so that's a thing when I try to run it on 1060. So if you got a lower NPC, you're not going to be able to run it, unfortunately. But besides me showing that terrible gameplay, Monster Hunter Wilds has also been like really fun. No, I've been playing on my gaming laptop. I've been playing on my gaming desktop. We got 2070 Super, so I got that smooth frame rate, smooth gameplay, and I just really enjoyed. They put a lot more emphasis in the story compared to the other Monster Hunter games I've noticed. So the story it's there. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it's still kind of an afterthought for me because as a Monster Hunter player, we don't really pay attention. And besides me playing a bunch of Monster Hunter, I did do controller reviews, by the way. I forgot. The Scuff released a pro budget controller for the Xbox. So this is the Scuff Valor Pro. This is on my YouTube channel. It just came out like 2 weeks ago. And also the Nixie Flex controller. This is the module controller for PC, Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android. This is also on my YouTube channel as well. And,
I'll be right back. Y'all can transition to other intros. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, and my
I definitely want to
last-
do like Monster Hunter chat after Omar
Yeah, we're going.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But then also I got this new controller, which is the GameStar Nova controller, which is for PC.
Oh, okay. I like Game Sir.
So yeah, GameStar makes some decent controllers, and it comes with a little charging dock. So put the little charging dock on.
Oh.
And it has a cool little animation where it's charging if it ever shows up. See?
How long does that
Now-
battery last? Just curious.
So far, I haven't really tested it as far yet. It's supposed to be like 10 to 12 hours, but
Okay.
we're gonna see. But other than that, I got nothing else. I know my intro was well above and typical intro, but I just want to share with you guys all the gaming I've been done, plus all the controllers I reviewed, and show you guys what it's like to play Monster Hunter with some pretty low hardware.
I definitely want
Just
to talk
you
a
guys.
lot more Monster Hunter with you today. Omar, I think maybe you should take it since I was like the last in the room. So you want to talk about what you've been playing?
Yeah, so I finished Yakuza 4.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
It's so I had a conversation with my friend and he disagreed with me. But to me, especially Yakuza 4, it had one of the worst final boss fight, mostly because of how stun lucky it became.
Mm.
And also, in general, for some reason, some bosses are amazing, others are beyond terrible when they stun lock you into oblivion.
I
I
really
don't know
enjoyed
about I don't know about your guys' experience with Monster Hunter. I meant Yakuza, but yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, I
yeah,
like Yakuza a lot. I'll be honest, I haven't
I
finished
love
Yakuza
Yakuza.
4,
It's
but
just the bosses at in certain moment. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I know that the nuance with 4 is the story is told from 4 characters' perspectives,
Hmm.
but I haven't dived too much into 4. I remember it not getting good reviews, and I bought it anyway, and I was enjoying the beginning arc, but I never returned to it, so I need to at some point.
Yeah, no, the story is insane. If there is, not just there is, if I can give them one praise, it would be the story, but also the characters.
Mm,
Despite the fact that you either just met the characters, which yeah, you just met them, they find a way to make you love such character, to make you feel for the character, despite it literally your very first experience together, and that's what I love about this. But not only the characters that you play as, but also the villains. The villains are always so well done that you just gotta give them props to it. Like when you hear legendary villains, you hear about Sephiroth or what you call it from Final Fantasy VI and stuff like that. But rarely do you hear villains from the Yakuza series. But the Yakuza have insane villains that are done so well that you're like, damn, you really found a way to connect uh, 4 games and make a compelling villain out of it. That's believable. Story, that's believable. And now I'm on 5. And 5, I don't know if it took a backseat, but because 4 had all these connections, 5 feels like almost like a separate game on its
mm.
own. It's but I'm super early on, so I can't judge it
I think
on the story alone.
I
Yeah.
well, I think so. I also I bought all of these. I have not finished. I'm still like into 4. I've picked up 5, and I just wanted to play it. The one reason I liked the idea of 5 is it takes perspective of Kazuya's adopted daughter, and she's older now. And I always thought that
Yeah.
was like a cool, because I remember her in 3 being this like I must protect type situation, but now she's like becoming her own person, and so I always thought 5 always, I don't know, there was a grab with that, but I just need to return to the series. But I'm glad you're
I
enjoying it.
I have yet to meet her, and I literally know what I know some of what happened, but I also don't know if that makes
Mm,
sense. So
mm,
I'm genuinely curious how playing as her is going to be like. Is she gonna fight, or do you need to? It's gonna be interesting because
yeah.
there are multiple characters again, and with this one, you're actually a taxi driver, which is fun, which is really fun. It's that again, Yakuza duality, where you have this insane storytelling that can be cruel at times, and then you have the light-hearted moment in it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I played. So last week I had my gallbladder removal operation, so I couldn't play a lot of games. But I did play the Metroid Fusion, and I'm close to the end, I think. And it's a possible Metrovania. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying what I'm playing. I took a long break from it, mostly because as much as it played well on the what you call it, Game Boy Advance emulator on my mobile, it's still a mobile. The controls are mobiles. Like, I hate mobile controls.
Sounds like
Touchpad.
you need a mobile controller.
Yeah, I do, but yeah, because I know I would absolutely benefit from that. But besides that, yeah, no, that's about it. A very
That's
quick
fine.
disclaimer. When we cover the monolith topic, I'm gonna dip out because I'm still recovering from surgery, sadly.
Oh, we understand. We definitely
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
No, that's what's up with you playing Metroid Fusion. You know, I forgot that. To be honest, I'm looking at
I
the game
never
now,
played a
and it's like
Metroidvania in my
a
life. This is
heralded
literally
game.
my
You know, this
first
game was
one.
like, yeah, like the reviews for this are astronomical, like 9 point,
Yep.
9 up. And now that I look at it again, I remember this was like a definitive chapter for the series. That's cool, man, that you went back
Yeah,
2002.
I never played any Metro before, and I
Yeah.
am absolutely getting the Switch too. I'm gonna play
Oh,
that.
that's in April.
Yeah, no. Switch 2 is a must-have, cause I missed out on the Switch 1, and I wanna play all their games.
I think they
Give it,
should have called it the Super Switch.
yeah,
Yeah, and they killed our emulators.
The
They made
Nintendo
sure
Super
that
Switch.
they made
I think
sure
that's
that
a
no
missed
PC
opportunity.
players had emulators for that thing. They kill all those projects. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a Switch too as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Um.
yeah, that's about it for me.
Arrow, did you? I just want to
Yeah.
make sure we weren't skipping what's on your. I mean, skipping to what's on your mind. Did you already mention what you were playing, or?
I've been playing a little bit of Avowed.
Oh,
Got back into Madden a little bit, but yeah, just been Avowed,
how you like
and
Avowed?
I like it a lot, and I haven't made it too far, but I like how like the game is beautiful. I like the combat. I like being able to switch between first and third person, and I actually like the third person combat. A lot of first person games don't have good third person combat, but the third person combat does not feel bad. Things that I like about the game, I like how like you get to do the conversation, but then after you do the conversation, you see what your other choices in the conversation would have led to. And I also
Oh.
like how there are certain conversation bullets that you're not able to choose based on your skill tree. So it kind of, if you want to communicate in a certain way, you have to like up your character in order to communicate in that way. Like if you want your character to be more intellectual, you gotta like up his magic. Or if you want him to be more forceful, you gotta, up his, physical stats. So I like that. I like how the variety of ways that you can combat enemy allows you to kind of defeat some enemies that may be overpowered or just maybe a little bit more skilled than you. Like if like you're like a hand-to-hand combat guy and you can't really rock with Joe when it comes to the hands, you can switch to the magic and you can just dust them. So it just allows you the opportunity to like combat in different ways. So like even if like you're maybe not as strong as that character, there's still a way for you to like kind of like be in the fight and have a chance to beat them. Let's see, just kind of thinking off the top of my head things that I like so far. And as far as the first mission goes, the one thing I liked about the first mission is that it allows you to fight in every style that is available, so that you can you kind of get a feel from that first mission of how you want to fight, and you can kind of like lean into the strengths of how you want to go about combat. That's kind of like the things that I've seen so far that I like. I like the exploration, like the cities that I've seen so far. I like how like you can just explore and always find new things. So I'm liking it so far. I need to put some more time into it for sure. But I had a good time with it with the little bit of time that I did get in with there.
That's what's up. When you
Yeah,
see
cool.
something, just one question I have about it. When you see something like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, does playing Avowed make you look at Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and be like, maybe I'd like that as well?
No, I mean I know Kingdom Come, is it Kingdom Come Deliverance too?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it is so too. I just didn't want to missay it. Um, I know that game is wildly successful, but I haven't actually looked at the game outside of knowing that it's wildly successful. So I can't say that I would want to play it based off of Avowed. I'd have to look at Kingdom Come Deliverance, like, and see if I would want to play it. I just haven't looked at the game to give you like a honest. Oh yeah, I would want to play that.
Feel that.
So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I think it's a difference between Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Avowed.
yeah. I'm not sure if that game has like as much of a magical.
Absolutely.
They are
It
Agreed.
does.
totally different
Yeah, in
games.
terms of like magic, I completely agree. I don't think there's any magic in KCD
Do I
2.
say
I thought Kingdom Hearts was supposed to be realistic as possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it has a magic
No,
element to it. Like,
no.
but I haven't looked into the
From
game in depth. But to
you,
my
you have
understanding, it's a little bit
potions.
more grounded.
Yeah, it's way more grounded in reality
Hmm.
than Avowed.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it's a dip. So it to me it's interesting because I never played any of these games, nor Avowed nor Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But what I kept seeing is all this comparison between Avowed and Skyrim, Avowed and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm like,
Yes.
I mean, look, on one hand, I understand the Avowed versus Skyrim, yeah? Like, I understand it. But what people forget is possess the budget for Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I see what you're saying.
Nappy, I gotta ask you, would if you had to compare the budget between Skyrim and Avowed, is it a fair comparison?
I have to put inflation a part of that too, so I have to think about inflationary numbers. I mean, I know Skyrim was like a really big budget game, and I know Valve is also a very big budget game, but they play very similarly. So I gotta know exactly the budgets, and we gotta do the math on inflations. But I'm not sure if it's 100% comparable because of that. Because it was two different times. You got 2011 and you got 2025, or
Yeah.
2010, or 2007, 2008, and 2025. That's completely different generations.
Yes, but I would say that ZeniMax at the time being independently operated and Elder Scrolls being like their biggest game, I would say that ZeniMax, if we're not going to talk like dollars and cents, I would say that Bethesda definitely allocated more resources towards the development of Elder Scrolls than Microsoft allocated to
Yeah,
the development of Avowed.
not only the development, it's also the advertisement. You couldn't escape Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, but I mean, Avowed is having had a pretty good launch. They had about 6 million players already,
Yeah,
and I think it was
mostly
number one on Steam for a couple days.
I was mostly focusing on the comparison that I saw
Yeah,
on the video between Avowed and Skyrim, which to me is an unfair comparison because of the budget between the two.
yeah, but I feel like Xbox is in this weird place now. I don't say weird place, but they're in this space now where they don't necessarily advertise the games; they advertise the
Game Pass.
service.
Subscription.
Yeah, they advertise the subscription more than they advertise the actual games. I mean, the games get their presence on a stage, where they showcase them and they look really great, and they hype up the game. But when it comes to like, I guess how we perceive their marketing, we perceive Game Pass more than we perceive any individual title that's coming out in a given year.
Yeah, like they did an amazing breakdown for South of Midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, we're not going to think about South of Midnight marketing. We're going to think about Game Pass's marketing, even if South of Midnight has a really good marketing campaign.
Hey, they're doing their own thing.
Yeah. So,
And another thing that I'm not surprised about is Fable Delayed.
that's one of our topics, so we'll get to that.
Oh, that's one of the topic. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, really quick. I definitely want to do what's on your mind and at least talk with Nappy about some Monster Hunter stuff real quick. I guess I give some quick rapid fire questions to Nappy. First is what are the top 3 go-to weapons that you play with in Wilds or that you just like? Maybe if you've just played one, what is like your top 3 that you like?
So the top 3 I've been using, believe it or not, have been the Insect Glaive, Longsword, and Charge Blade.
Oh, interesting.
Those are my top 3. It's
Charge
and
blade,
also
okay.
and I'll include the bow because I use a bow. Those are my 4 weapons.
Okay. With the Charge Blade, like you don't feel like it's too much work to get the charges into the shield?
No, oh my god. Especially with the focus, where they got the new focus thing now where you can actually focus your attacks. Charge Blade is really good. Like
I saw that
really
buzzsaw attack and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
That's the weak point damage thing, and it's really good. And not only that, when you get that and you get the shield charge and your sword charged, it's something. It's different. That the Charge Blade is really good. Like all the weapons so far I use are really good.
Yeah.
But one of my least favorite, or I would say not least favorite, but different, is the bow. The bow, I actually like it better than Rise. I still think Monster Hunter World had my favorite bow combos, but Monster Hunter Wilds bow combos are actually pretty decent where you can actually solo enemies. Because in Rise, you cannot solo with a bow.
Yeah, and it was a little hard in World too. I mean, I like it in World, but it was a little weak, right? It didn't really hit that hard.
Yeah. So basically, Monster Hunter Wilds, the bow you can actually solo with a bow. The bow actually has some decent like arrow combos and stuff.
Yeah, I was in a sorry, I want you to continue, but I was in a group where the guy did that the hail like arrows raining down. I was like, wow, that is that's awesome.
Yes, it looks nice, doesn't it?
That's cool. You were gonna say something more?
I want to ask. So, someone that don't play Monster Hunter, does crafting weapons give you newer abilities or combos?
Not newer abilities, just giving you stats. Oh, by the way, Pharaoh, I got some proper gameplay to show you. You guys want to see proper gameplay of what Monster Hunter actually looks like?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the big difference. Yeah.
This is proper gameplay of Monster Hunter Wilds.
And so, Omar, more to what Nappy was saying, like there might be like elements or conditions that are added to a specific weapon depending on how you spec it. And then there might be additional sharpness on a weapon, which could really change, like cutting off pieces or parts of an enemy. So definitely things to consider.
Also decorations too. Decorations.
Oh,
I just got to decorations at Mastery Rank 6.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice combo. That almost like a pole dancer.
Yeah, that's my stripper. That's the Insect Glaive stripper armor weakness.
What bug are you using?
Is this a combo that you can do with any weapon like this? Doesn't matter.
Every weapon has their own unique weak point damage combo. So
yeah, I'm aware of. Oh, so this was a weak combo. Okay, gotcha. It was weak point combo.
So, but the Insect Glaive, I mean, it's easy to pick up, but it's really hard to master. There is a lot that goes into the Insect Glaive.
So,
because not only do you have the miniature. I'm using a recovery bug. Recovery bug is rank 2 right now, or level 2, and the Insect Glaive is actually it doesn't have any status element to it, but it's a rarity of 3.
Okay.
So, and also in Monster Hunter, you have to have all 3 of the Insect Glaives, like 1, 2, and 3, to do the aerial combos. Without it, you can't do none of the crazy aerial combos with it or the
I
ground
was
combos.
wondering about that. Oh, so there's a lot to unlock. Interesting.
Yeah, so they made an insect glaive a little bit more difficult, but oh my god, when you unlock it, there's so many cool combos now.
It's to
So
me what's interesting is this looks amazing to watch.
It is
But when you
so
play it,
fun to play.
it's so difficult
is.
to master. I'm not trying to downplay your game, but like I tried Monster Hunter, I just couldn't get into the combo, dude. The
I
combat
know
is
it's difficult. I know.
When you
It's
last played
fun.
Omar, what weapon did you use?
So I used a few. I used the bow.
Okay.
And the funny part is when I used the bow, I did some random combos. But when I went to the lab, I discovered that it had a totally different gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
But they don't even
Yeah.
explain
Yup.
it to you.
Yup.
When
You got to
pick
be in the
it
lab.
up.
That's what Monster
Yeah.
Hunter is. They're not gonna
Yup.
hold your hand. They're just not gonna
Other
hold your
than
hand.
that, I tried the what you call it, the long sword. Cause me and Perry, we are best friends, but with this game, I couldn't get a single Perry. Like, nah, we're not doing that. I couldn't understand it. So I went with the you kind of call it default. It's the two sword, two
Twin
two
blades.
two
The
daggers.
dual blades.
No,
Yeah, like
dual blades. Those are
like
actually really good.
Oh, they're
yeah,
so.
like that's my jam. And I was pulling amazing combos when I was hitting the weak point by accident. And not knowing what I was doing, I was, charging my weapon and hitting and the enemy and kept it moving. And like, there is so many things to think about. You wanna play trap. You wanna pick up some random bug and throw it at the enemy. Like it's a lot. I'll just say it's a lot.
It is a learning curve, but it's so worth it when you invest into a weapon. Once you pick up your
Yeah.
weapon, like my very first weapon was insect glaive, second weapon was longsword, third weapon was a charge blade, and my fourth weapon was a bow.
I'm actually surprised, or rather impressed, that you're capable of understanding all four weapons like that. Cause
They're completely different play styles.
It
So
is
like,
like a fighting game, kind of, right? Like a charge
yeah,
character
yeah,
versus like a rush down. Like you really.
And this
yeah,
was
it's
the-
if
this
if
monster
I
ain't no
had to
whore.
say if I had to say what's
Nope.
my biggest issue with Monster Hunter, it's basically the combat. And what I mean by that is your combat is literally 360. There is no hand holding in it. You
Yep.
can literally swing and miss.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
it feels
yeah, they're not holding your hand.
And the older Monster Hunters, they used to what do they call it? Frame trap you. Where if you got caught with one hit, oh, you probably gonna get hit again and you die.
Yeah.
They got rid of that though.
it
Play
feels
dead.
frustrating.
Always play dead. It is the safest thing you can do sometimes.
That's true.
If you get trapped in a combo, just play dead.
That's true.
I
You'll be
think-
surprised.
I think for newcomers, what would benefit from is a lock-on system. But
Oh, see, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, I know. You
So
guys
they
are
have a
not
lock-on
on
system now, but it's not as aggressive as a like a
it's not.
traditional.
It
Not
doesn't
like
help.
Souls. Right.
It doesn't help like that. Now, I'm talking like when you come from action adventure games, even hack and slash games, they all feel different compared Monster Hunter.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's it.
Oh, really quick, the last question I had for the weapons you chose, Nappy, is the longsword. To be honest, I think Pharaoh's gonna like the longsword the most. What did you think about some of those crazy combos when you get like that bar all the way filled up?
Oh, the 3 charges on the longsword. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
it is really good.
Like a steak
Um,
sandwich you was about to make.
Oh man, the
yeah,
food in this game, they love attention to food.
yeah, they do a lot of attention to food. Oh, you guys want to see some nasty food that I want to know if you guys eat in real life? I got
Some nasty Monster Hunter food. I hope you don't show me no nasty
No.
real food.
Usually the food look good.
fish. Oh wait, no, that's not it. That's not the one. Where is it? This is the one. Would you eat this in real life? It's fish,
and kun
cheese
salad.
with weed seed oil. They try to make this look like it's so good, but I'm just looking at it, it's like, who the fuck would eat this? With
Oh,
Cheesy fish.
with
I mean, I'm not.
oil.
All right, I'm not gonna say it's gonna taste
He's like
nasty,
loving it.
but what I will
I
say
don't-
is that
I-
that smell would
Yeah, no.
that
I
would
don't
be a
think-
that would be a smell. That's all
That
I
I
know.
don't
Oh, yeah.
eat-
nasty.
I
Also,
don't eat
Also,
fish,
lastly, this is the first bug I ran into Monster Hunter Wilds.
I
Oh
got-
my god, I was so mad about this. This was my first
Yeah.
bug.
Great sword user.
This
Oh, I was
actually-
just- I
this
just
actually
realized that
reminds
was
me
the
with
bug.
with Helldivers too, when you get this triangle. What type of glitches?
And like some PC stuff, some PC
Yeah, so
issues.
that was the first glitch I
annoying.
ran into. It was some asset that was on top of that hill that caused this like weird screen thing.
Is this an
pixelation.
octopus?
Yeah, this is a
A
crazy
fiery
looking one.
octopus. Okay, I gotta ask you: did you encounter that? I don't want to spoil it. Maybe it's a spoiler. That's
Yeah.
why.
I'm not
Yeah,
as
oh,
smart
trust
as
me,
Nappy,
you're-
so I
you're-
haven't
you're-
seen as much as Nappy.
You're still in the low. I'm still in the low tier. I haven't even got to the high tier yet.
Right.
Just
No, I
remember,
don't
if the
know if
credits
it's a high tier
roll,
or not.
you're not done.
I don't know if it's a hider or
Come
not,
on, Summer.
but it's just an enemy that I know Yubei would load.
Okay.
I,
Go ahead.
I gotta ask you, how many people are you playing with this one?
This is just
so-
one friend.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I mostly been doing this solo, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
me too. Me too.
Because a lot of people get hurt, but this is the only time I ran into like a actual glitch in the game, and this was the worst time because this insect glaive was the worst combination to fight this monster.
But the largest
You are
party you
better-
can have is 4.
Oh, why did you
War is
not
the largest.
switch your weapon?
What do you say?
Why did you not switch your weapon?
Insect glaive is like my go-to, and honestly, because I'm very new to it, I haven't like farmed a lot of the monsters to get all weapons for each and every scenario, so I'm just sticking with the insect glaive.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Now you probably heard, Omar, that now on your sacred you can switch to a secondary weapon.
Yeah,
on-
yeah,
Yep.
I did it.
Oh,
I
you
did
did?
it
Okay,
a few
okay.
times. Yeah. So
You-
is that a new mechanic?
That might have been
That's
in.
it.
Was that in Rise, Nappy? Because I didn't play Rise, but if
No,
it wasn't in
it wasn't.
Rise, it's brand new.
it's
It
brand
wasn't
new. So
World.
you could,
I'll tell you that.
it wasn't in Rise, but you could switch on the main hand. But yeah, this is the first time. Actually, it was like this was the worst visual glitch I had. Where if I stare in one direction, it just goes crazy. But as soon as I stare away from it, it goes away. And as soon as I stare, it comes back. This was
Oh,
my
yeah.
first ever
Yeah.
glitch in the game.
This
awesome.
is atrocious because I played Helldiver 2 and I had this glitch, but mostly it was from far away. It was
Yeah,
an
that's-
enemy that it became like this, but this one it almost like feels like a little bit unplayable. I'm
It-
away with a playable
I'm a-
game.
impressed how you were able to succeed with it.
Yeah.
So really quick, I wanted to say, so my top 4, I would say that I go to is, well, I just want to put this as a preface. When this weapon first came out in World, I ignored it. I thought it was a really boring weapon with no movement and it was too slow. And that is Switch Axe. Now, I am a Switch Axe main and I love everything about it. I love that you can dump charges into a wyvern's back. I love the switching between the axe and the slash mode. The one
Yep.
Switch Axe I have does poison, and it is a blast. And I love how I can now it gives you mobility because it's built into some of the new attacks that they gave you, and they have a new offset move for it, so you can counter with the Switch Axe if you time it correctly.
Yes.
I have all of the mechanics that I've ever wanted. So the Switch X is my main, but ever since Monster Hunter OG 2004, I have been a hammer user, and I will always be a hammer user. So I usually run
Oh.
hammer. That is
Hammer.
like my
Interesting.
baby. Oh yeah, all day, every day.
You actually be very valuable in farming. You be
Oh,
breaking off
yeah, I'll be
sharks and
yanking 'em.
giving us all the stuff.
Straight up
definitely wouldn't need that.
honking. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's dizzy again. Yup. Right for the noggin. So yeah, I usually run hammer, but I like Switch Axe because now I feel like I'm processing so much more, right? Because I'm like, well, what form should I switch to? Oh, I need to build up for my supercharge. Oh, well, maybe I need to offset. Like, there's so many things going through my head, and I kind of like that. Well, Hammer is very simple, right? You know, you're just super mobile, super dangerous. So that's nice. Third, I would say duels. Shout out to them, you know, been around forever. And then finally, just like you, I'm a bow user. Okay, but last question I have for you, Nappy, and I don't know if you've been playing Jubei. Question to you too. So, what's the favorite monster that you've fought so far?
My favorite monster, because I haven't even fought all the monsters yet.
Yeah.
So it's a
You
So
can
that
just say in the whole series, either, whichever.
all right. So one of my favorite, funniest monsters was when I showed you that gameplay on my 1060. The monster that'd be shit on it, Ragaga. He's actually a funny
the
monster.
Kangala, the ape.
Yeah, the ape is actually pretty funny. And then there's not only that, there's also a flame monster that once you get to the volcano biome, I can't remember his name, but it was also a fun monster as well to fight.
Okay. You said a flame monster. I don't know if I've seen that.
He was kind of like he's kind of like a monkey type monster as well. Once you get to the once you get to the flame volume, it's like you get there, and you fight him before you fought that one monster which they call it the Black Flame. I'm not going to give you his name because that's a spoiler, but they call it the Black Flame. You fight him first, and then you fight the Black Flame.
Oh dang! Okay.
So.
Okay, Jubei, did you have a favorite monster to fight, or maybe you haven't gotten into Wilds yet?
I haven't touched Wilds at all because I am a broke bitch.
I get that.
Broke bitch?
He's a broke bitch until Xbox releases something that costs $800 that's absolutely useless, and then he is the first to swipe the credit card.
You are absolutely correct, and because that series of events has not occurred yet.
Dude, I'm surprised with you. You are out here getting 100% in Hellblade 2. Like, I get it, you're having fun, but like, is that the time for it?
Yes.
Especially with Avowed and like, come on.
Yeah, and I'm still playing Avowed. I'm still playing Avowed. Don't worry about it. But no, like I took it as a good opportunity to get some stuff out of my backlog. So
but
I have a lot of games. I am excited for Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter is going to be there. It's gonna get patched. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like I'm not really. I got on the Worlds train late too, so it's not. I owned the game from launch, but didn't really get into it very much until. I think whatever that Ice expansion was that came out.
Yeah,
that's when I actually started playing that game. Yeah, so I honestly didn't play that till Iceborne anyway. So it's looking similar for a while. It's like I'll play it.
Okay, so you're not gonna be day one. Got you.
Yeah, like I'm not upset about that. You know, it doesn't hurt or anything. It just is what it is. As long as you guys are playing it, like there's no spoilers or anything for me. So
by the time he's ready to play Monster Hunter, it'll probably make it to Game Pass. Yeah, I think every Monster Hunter has made it to Game Pass at one point in time.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, but Rise got pulled away, which was shocking.
Yeah.
I'll answer real quick. I think my favorite monster I fought so far, I think it's called the something Dao. And
something. Was it the Lightning Dragon?
Yes.
Yes, I know you're talking about. I fought him.
Yeah, I forget the first part of its name, but I fought that recently. So I'm rank 4 a Nappy, so I'm not too far behind you. The last boss I beat was it wasn't the poison one. Shoot, maybe whatever comes after the lightning wyvern that we were just talking about.
That's damn. I can't.
Oh, the spider! No, the ice spider.
Ice spider.
Why did you tell me there's a spider in? Now I'm really not gonna play that shit. Why y'all doing this?
There is that spider.
I hate spiders. Why?
Two spiders.
You're not gonna survive, Jubei. You're not gonna survive.
It is only
No,
two. It's
there
only
is-
two
No,
spiders.
There
there
is
is
a
nothing I hate
There's
worse
a
in a
regular
video game than a
spider and
chaotic
there is-
spider.
there is a spider-friendly mode, but it's still looking atrocious for you. I know for a fact.
I heard about that. That there's an actual like spider-friendly mode.
There is, but trust me, it doesn't help. I
Well, I'll
saw
say
the
this.
actual spider and it
So
yeah, good luck for the
really
people
quick
that
to
have
make you feel a little bit better, Jubei. Reggie or Zero really hates spiders too. Like he will not play certain games with it, but he saw the first spider in Wilds, and it looks like a rose. So I think when you see it,
Okay.
you're gonna more think flower than spider. So
Gotcha.
maybe it'll work for
Nah,
you.
this one is an actual spider and it's terrifying. Not gonna lie. I saw it. I'm not discouraging him, but like nah. I was the second I saw the gameplay, I'm like, yeah, Jubei is fucked. There's no way around it. Very quick, different topic, very quick. Unless you guys want to take on Monster Hunter.
I think I'm done. Thank you. Sorry, I know that was long. I just had
No,
excited.
It's
no,
okay,
no, no.
Jubei, you can play with these type of graphics right here.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, you ain't gonna see no spider. It's gonna be so mushy that a spider can't even load properly.
By the
messed
way,
up.
I'm so fucking excited for this one. The CEO from the studio for Helldivers 2, apparently we're gonna get a rework on the gear system,
Oh,
the
cool.
armor
But
system.
what are they going to do for the people that spent all this money and like
And they didn't say anything about the sequel. They're talking about reworking the gear system, and we already know there is something
Oh
called
yeah, I just saw the new armor system rework, which I'm excited for.
yeah, and there is already they are already prepping us for something called Gloom Titan. At least that's what the nickname is, and from the look of it, it's bigger than a Bile Titan by a lot, So that might actually be a raid boss. Who knows?
Yep.
I'm super excited about that one.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Also, Jubei, what do you think about this meal? I'm about to show you. Would you eat this in real life?
Hold on, I can't see it.
It's fish,
Fish
cheese,
and
and
cheese.
oil. Fish and
And
cheese.
Yeah.
with
I,
oil.
I would probably eat that.
No,
Really?
you will eat this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish, cheese, and
Probably.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Why
was. It would smell funny, but I'm not saying it would be nasty. But it would be a raunchy meal to sit around and watch someone cook.
Yeah. All right, I think
Oh.
had a couple meals, but yeah, just Monster Hunter Wilds is good, but I think we killed Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh wait, we gotta talk to Jubei. We gotta talk to Jubei. We gotta ask Jubei his intro. Jubei hasn't done his intro yet.
Yeah, Jubei, how you been, man? What you been playing?
Hey, I've been playing quite a few things. I was clearing my backlog out. Yeah, I finished damn, what have I finished in the past couple of weeks? I finished, what the hell is that name? Gris or Grease, however you pronounce that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Griff. Did you enjoy it? Because I'm not gonna
I
lie,
really did.
I
really did.
didn't. Mostly because
Oh.
there is no story. Like
I mean, no, there
platforming
is story. There is
It's-
hella story.
yeah, but it's so complicated. I did
It's-
enjoy the
it's-
platforming, but
If you've never been through the stages of grief, you couldn't.
I haven't. So
You,
I
then you
can
couldn't relate.
yeah, I get you. I did finish Neva. I love Neva mode.
Okay, I have that too. That's on the list next. If Greece was this amazing, like Neva's gonna be like that. So
Yeah, I'm curious what you thought on Neva, cause Neva surprised me, even though the story was a little bit confusing, but afterwards it's understandable.
gotcha. No, I think this studio is a hell of a studio with their art. Like their art is crazy. like more of this, please. Like they're honestly top top 4 probably like greatest like looking like art pieces and set pieces I've ever seen in a game.
You know what the game you need to play? Well, it's actually leaving Game Pass. Solar Ash.
Solar Ash. Okay, I'll check it out.
Amazing game. Amazing game.
Yeah, I finished that. I finished Hellblade 2 finally. Got all the achievements for that. I finished the last case of Benedict Fox. That game runs like dog shit.
I feel
Jesus,
sorry for
such an
you.
interesting game, but like it is like it does not get out of its own way at all. And that
It's
is frustrating.
terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's sad because it's like interest. It has an interesting premise.
I love the interesting premise. I love the dark side of it,
Yep.
but the combat and the exploration is so terrible. The gameplay is so fucking clunky. It's not even funny, sadly.
Not wrong at all. What else have I been playing? I
About
jumped back into Diablo. I've been playing Avowed. Kakarot's about to get me back on the game once they drop that Daima DLC.
I saw that. I was shocked to see that.
Like, y'all got me again.
Kakarot has that game has had such good life. I wasn't expecting that when I bought it, but yeah, it has had really good life to it.
Kakarot have a Daima DLC now?
It's in July. Yeah.
Every time there's a new arc, they release a DLC basically.
Yeah. This game literally like a single player. I'm not sure if it have multiplayer or not, but it's a single player.
It's all single player.
A single player live service game. Like
and it's working, bro. They get me. They get me every time.
It keeps getting updates. Damn. DLCs.
Like you get to go to like the Barris's world. What else? What DLCs do they have? I think they have a Beerus.
Yeah, you have the super arc where you go fight on Beerus's planet and stuff. They had a whole the end of Z arc where Goku fights Oob. They went all the way back to the World Tournament where he fought Piccolo. They did the Bardock movie. They did the Trunks movie. Like there's a lot of content in that game. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much life that
the only
game
thing they
has
don't have in it is Tournament of Power and Broly stuff. That's like the shit.
I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
It needs to happen.
Have way more content than Sparkling Zero.
Oh yeah, dude, Sparkling Zero couldn't possibly. So you're not wrong. But yeah, like they gonna get my money in July. It just is what it is.
Sparkling Zero has such good has such a deep combat loop, especially compared to Kakarot. The combat in Kakarot is pretty simple, but it's fun.
It is.
So
Kakarot is pretty much what the fuck's that damn game? Xeno
Chronicle. Zeno is a Xeno 2, Xeno Chronicle 2 or something like that.
Xenoverse?
Xenoverse.
Yeah, it's basically Xenoverse controls for Kakarot.
It's funny. Me and Kofi were talking earlier this day. We brought up Kakarot when we were talking about that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, man. July just needs to get here.
And we not rush. And we not like. There's so many great games and all this good stuff going on between now and July. Like we don't gotta rush.
We rushing. We rushing.
Really, you want to rush? I want to take my time too.
But listen, because the faster we get there, the faster we're also gonna get hands on Doom. So,
what about Kazan? You don't want to
Doom is
Kazan in March.
I do. I know that, but that's at the end of March. Like we still got a month plus.
This week alone, we have Split Fiction. Who is day one?
What about Suikoden?
Oh, that's getting an anime, right?
1 and 2.
But Split Fiction again. Who is day one?
Fiction. I mean, we all should be because we don't have to buy the game. We can just play it.
Yeah, Split. See, I like those. I like those games, but it's like it's hard to find someone who, because like I've done No Way Out. I've done No Way Out with 3 different people, and none of the 3 people made it to the end of the fucking game with me.
Okay, so Split Fiction, you have actually, I think there is, what you call it? You can befriend other people. There's the Discord for it. Okay. And you can play with random. I'm not sure if you can play with random, but they put out a commercial about it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think that's
happy
one of the
with
biggest
the
issues
franchise.
I've had with those style of games is like finding someone who has the
I
time to
feel
go
you. I feel
beginning
you on that end.
to end
But the
with
games
that
are
type of
so
game with
good.
me. I mean, I love
The
that.
game is
I
so
love the
good.
concept of those type of games. I really do. It's just finding
Yeah.
a person that's gonna go with you from beginning to end in it.
Yo, I have almost like 200 hours in Kakarot. That's wild, bro. I've been in that game for a long time.
Aren't you getting Jubei, aren't you getting City of the Wolves in April?
I want to play Fatal Fury. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might wait. That might wait.
I see.
This ain't gonna be the year I'm gonna be out here buying up games like that.
Yeah, you got South of
Unfortunately, so
Midnight and
I gotta
Expedition
pick. I gotta
33
pick and
coming out in
choose.
April.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
Expedition.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
bruh,
Yeah,
Expedition about to probably be like a healthy 100. If
yeah,
we're being
South of
real.
Midnight and Expedition 33. It's gonna be insane.
I usually am doing like 2 games a month, and then I max out at that. That's kind of what I'm committing to.
Mm.
Maybe 3 games a month if it's like a.
And then with GTA also potentially,
GTA. Oh, and it looks like we're getting a horror game from Xbox this year. Maybe Ninja Theory might be dropping another game this year.
I feel like if GTA is gonna
what,
drop,
Project
it's
Mara?
gonna.
Yep.
I feel like
Huh.
if GTA is gonna drop, it's gonna drop late, November or something, October.
Nah. So they're not gonna drop in the Call of Duty slot. That's a tough ask.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, like
That's a tough ask.
just cancel out any big game coming out in October and November with Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto coming out.
We still are getting Death Stranding too, which is I'm so fucking excited about, and God of War.
Yeah, but
Death Stranding 2 better come out in August. It better come out August, September.
Near GTA. They're not touching GTA or COD. They are staying as far away from.
Yeah, they
those,
about to say if they coming out anywhere close to fall, it better be August, September. Because when big COD and big GTA 6, hit the streets, it's a wrap for game sales. You do not wanna put your big game out.
Terrible. That's what
I think Project Mara might release around that time because it's like more of a niche type title and it's gonna be in Game Pass anyway. I think a game like that might drop, but I don't think a game like Death Stranding is gonna come out around the same time as those big boys. Oh, we also got Assassin's Creed Shadows like in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then
Shadows is supposed to, I thought it got delayed again. I thought Shadows got delayed again.
To like late April, I thought. What's it called? DLC for Liza P. DLC for Stellar Blade. So
yeah, that's a lot of the gaming.
Yeah, it comes
All
out.
right.
Actually, March 9th. It says March 19th, but they might not have updated that.
Yeah, gaming content creation is in such a strong. We're getting a lot of really good content lately. I just wish.
Jubei, I know you get your fighting collection with the Power Stone.
Oh yeah, fighting collection.
Power Stone's coming back.
Heck
Power
yeah!
Stone's.
Yeah, Sega's bringing all that shit back, man.
I was like, yeah, bro.
Heck
Yo,
yeah.
I've been playing Power Stone since the Dream. Power Stone 2 though was really
Power Stone 2
good.
about to be lit because it's online. They added like
That's May 15th.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I can't pull the trigger on it yet.
I have to
Wow.
rein.
It's got
I gotta rein you
OBS.
guys in a little bit. We got to get to these topics, otherwise it's gonna be 1 a.m. by the time this stream is done. All right, it's 10:30.
Oh, my fault.
No, you guys are good. We're having really good discussions, but I just gotta rein it in, and we gotta start rolling into these topics. I don't wanna hold you guys too late. So with that being said, let's jump into topic number 1 of the day. What's on your mind was amazing. Might be the best segment of the show. Had a lot of things to talk about. But the first topic we're gonna get into is Monolith shuts down. And
I ended the stream, by the way. You can put us back. There
I
you go.
did. And basically puts an end to the Wonder Woman game. And this studio was specifically purchased to make that Wonder Woman game. So it's kind of a shame that the game got canceled and they got shut down as a consequence. WB has come out and said that they're focusing on a couple of core titles, that being like Hogwarts. What else are they focusing on? I think Mortal Kombat, Batman, and like something else.
They said the DC.
Yeah, so they're gonna focus on Mortal
DC-verse.
Kombat, Hogwarts.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman is a part of the DC verse, so that
DC.
doesn't make any. When they say DC to me, that just means Batman, because Wonder Woman was a part of DC verse and you scrapped her.
So the issue with Wonder Woman is they never wanted to make Wonder Woman.
They
They
bought the
wanted-
studio specifically to make Wonder Woman.
They wanted to work on another what you call it, Lord of the Rings game.
You know what stings? You know what stings the worst? We're not going to see anything with the Nemesis system in it again, and it hurts.
I don't.
Oh, they own the
Those
copyright.
bastards. Those bastards.
They
locked
took that to the
shit behind a
grave.
paywall
I
and then
don't.
killed it.
I think the Nemesis system is over. It's done for. I don't think we're gonna ever see it again because even after the patent is over, who is gonna step up and create one? Not only that, who doesn't say they're gonna repatent it? I feel like it's not gonna see the day.
I don't know.
Yeah.
WB's just seems to be like lost to me at the moment. Like they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what they're doing with their movies. They don't know. Like the only thing they got right is the animation stuff. But it feels like people aren't.
The only thing they got right was the Hogwarts stuff. Like that shit outsold Call of Duty.
Yeah, Hogwarts is like a can't miss though. Like you have to. I mean, they made a good game.
It's hard to fuck that. Yeah, exactly. They made an excellent game.
But it's hard to fuck up. Like
it's really hard to
like
fuck up.
you know how many you know how long people have been dying to go to Hogwarts.
When was the last good, amazing Harry Potter game?
Well, they always made like little Quidditch games, and they made like little Lego games. They never made a game like Hogwarts.
Yeah, they did. They had it was a trash game. That like Sorcerer's Stone definitely had a game.
Oh, you talking about when they were making like quote unquote movie games? Movie games are always ass.
They're ass. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, movie games are always ass typically. But they did the Lego joints, and then they did the Quidditch Championship, and then Hogwarts is like their like first time saying we're really gonna do a Hogwarts type game because people wanted to go to Hogwarts more than they wanted to be like Harry Potter.
Actually, so one thing we do know is one of the reasons why Wonder Woman is cancelled because two things. One, Suicide Squad cost them $200 million, and that shit tanked.
That's their own fault. Suicide Squad, I'm sure, did not start off as a live service game. I guarantee it.
I think Suicide Squad did start off as a live service game. They turned it off.
That's
they tried to save it as much as.
I meant when they first thought up the idea for Suicide Squad, the idea was we were just going to get probably some rock-steady greatness in a single-player form. And some exec was like, no, we got to sell this.
That's number one. And number two is, what you call it? Multiverse. Multiverse cost them $100 million. And that shit tanked as well.
It's the licensing. It's the fucking licensing. Yeah, the license, like, because you got to think, like, even though they own the shit, they own Cartoon Networks. I don't even know. It's dumb. They're just, it's just shit management. I don't have any other words besides that. Nothing else makes sense.
Yeah. Anybody else got any other thoughts on Monolith close? I know we got 4 topics tonight. We don't have to sit on this one too long.
With this one, I think it's all about the publisher forcing the developers to make a game they didn't want to make, and they want and from what we have heard is the game got rebooted multiple times. They tried to create a reverse nemesis system, so instead of enemies, now allies that followed you and support you and stuff like that, and learn. And apparently it didn't work with Wonder Woman. So then they tried to switch it to just an action adventure game, and that also didn't work. And then afterwards they scrapped it.
Yeah.
And to me, it feels like if you if you cancel both live service games and invest that amount of money that you did in Wonder Woman, I think you would have been able to pull it off.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this like last week, but I think a game that they've like there's so many characters in the DC universe that would make for a good DC like game that I think get ignored. And I think one of the biggest ones is probably like Green Lantern, because there's so much diversity. You don't have to stick with like one character. Like you could do 5
Green Lantern universe.
Yeah, you could do 5 different single player Green Lantern games and not have the same Green Lantern. You could tell a different Green Lantern story every time. And it would be interesting. So
also his power is interesting, so I agree with that.
Yeah, so I think Green Lantern would be great. I think Static Shock would make for a great video game.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that would make for a great.
no cap.
Yeah,
And
like
they need to bring back Static Shock. They neglect him.
Static Shock would make. I mean, if you nail the combat elements just right, I mean, you could do so much stuff like sending the sewer drain at people and all types of the manhole cover, sending that at people and doing a little electricity stuff. I mean, there's so much variance you could do with that character. I think those are 2 characters that they should explore, and I think they would be probably a lot. I mean, they own the license to the thing, so it's not really about a licensing fee, but I think those games are kind of be more bang for your buck type games than like going after what they've been going after with Suicide Squad and stuff like that.
I just don't think, bro, they could have sold it episodically. It just live service was not it. Like the whole weird RPG thing, just nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it in a hero game.
Yeah.
Avengers showed you how to not do it. Nobody is still paying attention apparently. So
then Gotham showed them how not to do it.
Yeah.
They still didn't listen. Oh, I can't believe Star beat that whole game on hard mode. That was a struggle.
Yeah. I mean, it just sucks to see, another studio shut down. Like I said, there's so much great content coming out in the gaming industry right now, and it's like, unfortunately, is the customer base seems to not be big enough to support all the great content that's coming out. Because there's like so much stuff and so many games, not enough time to play them all, and live service is just killing the gaming industry in some ways. So yeah, it's interesting to see. Kofi, did you have any input? I don't think I heard you say anything. I know I've heard Jubei and Omar and Nappy. Yep.
No, not much for me. Definitely. I would say this probably wasn't a title. I was going to need to see something to get, I think, excited. I love the idea of Wonder Woman title, but I don't know if I would have like.
The last on an invisible plane would have been a tough sell, probably.
Yeah, I just don't know. But
did you play the Lord of the Ring games? Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War?
I never played
No, but those games are good though. I mean, well, I played a little bit of
Shadow of Mordor is good. Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Those were...
I've not played Shadow of War, but I did play Mordor.
Yeah, I never played the Lord of the Rings game. All right, so that was our speed round topic, I guess. Hitting on Monolith closing. Hopefully WB gets it together because they seem to be failing everywhere. All right, topic number 2. This is something Omar brought up earlier, but yeah, Fable got announced that it was officially delayed. Which I thought that the announcement that it was delayed was somewhat interesting because I don't feel like they ever truly confirmed it was coming out this year. So to announce that it was delayed is kind of weird to me. I know they kind of spoke about it like on some podcasts and things like that the game could be coming this year, but I just don't remember seeing like an official splash screen of Fable 2025. So the game is delayed. They did show us some pretty good gameplay bits though, and it looks like from the original trailer to what we've seen now, looks like the graphics are on par from the trailer we saw 2 years ago, and the combat looked pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it looked great, but it looked really good. It looked very promising. I want to see some more of the magic in it, but I did think that the combat, the swordplay, I think we saw a little bit of parrying when she was fighting the werewolf. Thought that looked pretty good, and we saw the famed chicken kick in the little gameplay trailer that
Gameplay.
they dropped also. Jubei, how'd you feel about seeing, Fable was getting delayed another year?
Um, it might not even be. It's just into. It couldn't even be a year. It might be like an Avowed situation where they pushed it from like November to February. Um, I just think they wanted to stay out of the way of Call of Duty and some other shit.
Yeah, I
And
think the same thing.
polish is never a bad thing. You know, from what I've seen, it's not like they have a whole bunch left to polish, at least from a visual
Well,
aspect. That
that
looks
was
crazy.
pre-alpha, so they
Apparently,
say. Yeah, pre-alpha.
but that's some good looking pre-alpha there. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, for
Um,
sure. All right. Anything else from you there, Jubei?
um, nah, like I'm excited for whenever it comes out.
All right.
We just gotta wait. That's how it's not like we have a lack of things to play. You know what I mean,
Xbox is giving
so,
you so much content that when you hear a game is delayed, you're like, oh, okay, you don't really worry about it.
right,
Because
exactly.
they
Like,
finally hit their cadence to where they're gonna release like 10 games a year, basically.
yes, sir.
So, Omar, you talked about this earlier. What are your thoughts on the Fable delay?
So the delay by itself is not an issue for me. My issue is with Fable itself, the trailer wise. What I mean by that is, like, I have never played a Fable game, but I do know a lot about them. And one thing that a staple to Fable is the duality between good and evil.
Yes.
And we have not seen a single thing that alludes to that in the trailer.
But you know what? I don't think we saw things that alluded to that in previous Fable trailers. I mean, I was a big Fable guy back. I don't remember I remember Peter Monolith talking about it a lot, like back in the day,
Mm,
like the type of choices you would make. But as far as like the actual trailers,
no,
I don't remember seeing that a lot in the trailers. But
we,
one of my biggest
we,
questions is something that you brought up: is how dark are they going to allow you to go
yeah,
in this new Fable?
that,
Because in some of the previous Fables, you could get pretty dark in some of the actions you
yeah.
could take.
If I remember correctly, there was literally gameplay for you to see you as an angel and you as a devil.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
now, I remember the trailer
yeah, you can
for
see it, but
Fable.
you can see yourself as a good and bad person, but they didn't really expand on like what you could do as a bad
Yeah,
person in
okay,
those
this
trailers.
is
Like,
no, but like
for
everybody else reacted to you. Like if you were evil, like they commented about it. They're like,
yeah,
"You
yeah.
stink.
yeah,
You look like very unpleasant." Like versus when
The
you're an
the
angel, they're
world
like,
would
"Oh,
also change if you're evil or good.
yeah.
Which, yeah, that number one. Number two, time magic. Show me time magic. Cause Fable is known for time magic.
Yeah. Well,
okay."
it was pre alpha
So,
footage. It wasn't like a true trailer, so
so that's why to me it feels like where is so this feels like an action adventure game. Where is the Fable magic in it? That's what I need to see. I don't want to just have the Fable humor and have an action adventure and call it a day. Nah. I want to see what makes Fable Fable, which is the time magic, which is the wackiness, which is especially the most important thing that I think about when I think about Infamous is the good versus evil. How are your powers different if you're good? How are your powers if you're evil? How are people gonna react to you if you're good versus evil? You kicking that chicken, was that an evil move? Or would you not be judged if you kicked it as a good person? Cause
so Fable had really good combat for back then, if you ask me. But the real selling point of Fable wasn't in the combat per se. It was in the fact that every decision you made kind of
mattered,
yeah,
especially in two.
yeah,
In two, like you're just like the whole tax thing, and like two is still peak, and there's not another game like it
yeah,
that does anything that two is doing.
yeah. So
Are you
that
talking about where you are almost like you control the money and you
Yeah.
need to
you
focus? Yeah, I know,
can
I know.
you
And you can literally kill your entire run at the end if you don't do it correctly.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
it makes you question: are they gonna go that deep, or are they gonna scale it back? Because to me, if you have something so special as this, would you not want to showcase it, even if it's in a preview?
So
Like,
all right, so if the game doesn't allow you to get super dark, then yeah, you would want to advertise it. But if the game is like you can get Fable 2 dark, like I don't think people realize how dark you can get in Fable 2. You could do some really like heinous shit in that game.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you can.
And if you can really do that type of heinous shit in the game, you're not gonna advertise it. You're gonna let people buy it and discover that they can do those type of heinous things.
but
Like
you would at least tell them that you can be
Mm-mm.
good and
No,
evil.
no,
no.
you're not gonna like
You
no,
want that to be a surprise.
you're not gonna tell people that you can go have a family and raise them and then just one day decide to kill them and burn the whole village down. Not gonna
No
advertise
reason.
that. You're just not.
You didn't like your wife's pie that week.
Yeah, like those are things that you're not gonna advertise. You're not gonna advertise that like you can pretty much be like Jack the Ripper and like lure prostitutes into dark alleys and just murder them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can get really dark in Fable with some of the things you can do. Um, so that if it's gonna allow you to be that dark, maybe they don't advertise it. But if the darkness of the game is a little bit less than what it was back in the day, then maybe you do advertise. Maybe you do advertise it. But like you, I am very curious about the evil and good system in this new Fable and how dark they're really willing allow you to be as a character. I also am very interested in that.
So it's gonna be interesting to see are they gonna showcasing something special with Fable,
Yeah.
or it's just gonna. Cause to me, so far, does it feel to you guys like Fable?
I haven't seen enough to say that, honestly.
I mean, from I would say yeah. Like just from what I've seen, like the Albion looks dope.
Yeah, Albion looks like Albion to me, but like to say like that it's truly a Fable game, I can't quite say that yet. I got to see a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
The setting looks perfect, but
yeah. The setting absolutely looks perfect. The chicken shit looks like we have to see more of it, but I don't think that they want to give any of it away. Is the other thing.
yeah.
Because some of
See,
those moments are like one-offs. Like you can't if you see it in the trailer, then that kind of kills it.
yeah, and I don't think it's going to be coming early in the year, like you said, Jubei, because I think they wanted to have its own big, like after the Xbox showcase show type thing. You know what I'm saying? How they do every year, like how they have a show and then they'll have an after show where they focus on one title,
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be the flagship title for the year, unless it's the developer direct. Unless they do that with a developer direct in January, that's the only way I see that happening. So if they do the developer direct in January with a focus on Fable, then I see it coming out the first half of the year. If they're gonna do it after E3 and make it the main thing, then maybe then. But also, we'll talk about that in the next topic because we're getting some confirmations that a new piece of hardware may be on the way. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But Omar, any other thoughts before we move on?
No, that's about it. I'm excited. Like Real Talk, I'm waiting if they release an updated version for Fable 1 to 3 because I would absolutely play them.
They
I don't know about 3. I thought 3 was ass personally,
I
but
never played 3. I never played any of them, so I
It
will.
was a fun.
They
It was
did
a fun
do
co-op
they
game
did
at
do an
most.
update on the first one in like recent years, like the past 4 years.
yeah, we got Fable Anniversary,
Yeah, they
but
just
that's
did
it.
like an update to it like a couple
Is
years
it on
ago.
PC? Fable Anniversary?
It should
I
be.
believe so.
Yeah, it's on PC. It is.
So
I might get it then.
So it's like a modernized version, like like it's not left in the dark ages of original Xbox graphics and all that.
But yeah.
It's a little bit upscaled and all
Well,
that.
with that being said, I'm gonna dip out. So enjoy the rest of the competition, people, and see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Kofi, what is your reaction to seeing Fable getting delayed?
As you know, I am typically a Fable hater. I've never enjoyed the series.
Have you played the series? Because I remember,
How
you had
dare
Xbox
you?
360.
Yeah,
How
the
do-
only. Go ahead.
How you an infamous lover and you Fable hater? I need to hear that. Go ahead.
That's a great question. The idea of good and bad is something I've always liked in Fable. The only one I ever played was the original. But
Okay.
the reason why I never liked Fable is the gameplay mechanics were too clunky for me. Infamous is incredible because I love the gameplay. Shooting those like super fast lightning balls and jumping and sliding around on rails. It's incredible.
See, Fable
But
2
on
had really good
Fable,
combat
it's like
though.
this. But to me, Infamous was one of the first open world games that was not Japanese that I genuinely loved. Because remember, up until that point, I didn't really like open world games. I'm like these clunky, Oblivion games. I never like Oblivion games. Infamous is really like the change of my opinion on the region and who could make games I liked.
Yeah.
And so Fable was a prime example of I just didn't get into the comments. Too clunky.
Yeah,
I like
I
the
will say,
fast-paced, intense, type stuff. And but
yeah.
anyway, I say all that to say with this game delayed, I believe in playground games. I don't think they're going to want to release a game that is less than stellar. And maybe stellar's stretching a bit much, but they're gonna want to release a good game that gets something they can show off. That the next whatever event Microsoft is ready to show it off at, all they have to say is look at this gameplay, and everybody's going to be like, "Wow, Fable's back." So
Well, the
if that's
gameplay
what
they
need-
showed looked promising. If that's pre-alpha, if that's truly pre-alpha, the combat looked pretty promising. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't see what was shown more recently, but I believe in Playground. I know that they
You haven't
They
watched the
believe in
new thing that's floating around out there from their interview?
no.
You mind grabbing that?
Watch it.
Kofi? Nappy?
What? Grabbing the new playground. Let's see.
Yeah, the new
Fable.
new content that they dropped along with the announcement delay.
Let's see. New Fable content. 3-second clip.
No,
It's
more than 3 seconds.
It's about a minute. The actual gameplay is about a minute.
New
It's
Fable
it's not very
gameplay.
long.
Yeah, I'm about to pulling it up right now. Let's see, Fable gameplay. For gameplay. Here we go. Share that.
So Kofi can get a look at it, and anybody else who's.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me bump this up. There we go.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty
Okay.
decent. It's not bad. Like if this is
This looks like the best, combat Fable's ever had. So far from what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And like I said, I just never got it. Like when I think of like Elder Scrolls combat, it just never for me. And so when I saw the original Fable, tried the original Fable, but this looks more what I would want.
Yeah, like this look more like what do you call it, a Witcher or something like that.
Yeah, and Witcher I find pretty fun.
I would say the
that
most
definitely does.
disheartening thing about this Fable trailer is that they keep showing you be this one female character. which I don't have a
Mm.
problem with it being a female character, but also part of Fable was that you could kind of make your own character.
Ah.
Is
They
that
did force you to be
confirmed
a
with this
female.
one?
Yeah, forced to. I think they may force you to be. I'm not sure if you
they
forced to be a female,
they
but
haven't confirmed it yet, but it would be nice to see, content where there was more than one type of character. Of it, like one thing you did see in old Fable trailers is you would see different types of characters. You would see like a mage-based
What?
character or a
Yep.
warrior-based character.
And the scars that they would get
Yeah.
from the story. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's something that I kind of wish that we kind of got to see in this newest content drop, is that you can kind of make your own character and you're not stuck as this one specific character. But it's not the worst thing in the world, but that's just me, like, quote unquote nitpicking.
Well, I think character customization was something that was pretty well done back then,
So-
and maybe they
so-
should have something that's kind of pioneering now.
Yeah.
So hear me out. Hear me out. You design your own villain.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a villain that
you-
like. Oh, go ahead. I'm
Like
sorry.
you pick like their background. You pick exactly like you make your own villain.
You pick why you hate
I'll be
them.
new. Pick why you hate the villain.
To me, it's like, where is the different character class? Or, like, for example, where is you being a mage? Or can everybody use magic?
You could use magic no matter what class you were. It's just a matter of how strong the magic you could use.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting what they're exactly doing with this one. Also, I know it's not part of it, but I would love a damage number. But I don't think we're gonna get them.
I don't think you ever had damage numbers in Fable, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't. No, it's not part of it. But
Yeah.
I'm just so used to damage numbers that I would love to have
It
them.
definitely had health bars, but I don't think we had
Yeah,
health
damage
bars.
numbers.
Yeah. But man, this little werewolf thing. Oof. Can't wait to fight that.
Yep.
But yeah, Nappy, you got any bars to put towards this Fable delay?
I will say, take your time releasing the game. I'm playing Monster Hunter right now, so I don't care. Take your time.
Ah,
Oh man, what's up, Yobi?
I'm chilling. I'm good. Like I'm not gonna woe is me. I got games to play.
He's like, I'm perfectly happy. Life is good over
Right.
here.
Like I'm chilling. I got my Monster Hunter. Got my mobile games on the go. I got games.
All right.
Take your time for the time being. Now, if it's a year later and then all of a sudden something happened, then I'll be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely delayed at least until 2026. When in 2026? We shall
Ooh.
see. All right.
2026. That's a different story.
All right.
Well. Who knows? Maybe the game may look so beautiful on there, but it could be like maybe it doesn't run that well on console yet. Maybe they're waiting for that new.
Oh, it's always going to be
the sec-
optimized. Always going to be optimized for console.
This is Playground. They've been squeezing every ounce of shit out of Xbox consoles since like Forza Horizon 1.
Yeah, we'll see. So maybe they're trying to get that extra oomph of power out of it. So we'll definitely see. But yeah, take your time with it, man. Trust me, I got Monster Hunter. I'm chilling.
Sounds good. Looks like Omar finally dipped out. He needed the rest. We can go ahead and jump into topic number 3 of the day, and that is Forza running it up on the PS charts. Which is something I said would happen, that they would take a pretty big dent of the racing market on PlayStation once it came out, and it looks like globally they're averaging like no worse than third in their sales, but I think all 3 editions in all of the major countries have charted inside the top 10. So
Crazy.
and I think the top selling one is actually the highest tier of the game in most regions, which is like the $129 version, which I looked up today, and that version for Xbox users is $50, which is like crazy that,
It's 50 for us.
Yes, it's 50. I looked it up today before the show. I was curious. I was like, how much is that edition for an Xbox gamer? It's $50.
What's the edition called? What?
Wait,
The
what?
highest edition, the ultimate edition for
Well,
uh
it is 4 years old on the console, so
it
that makes sense.
it
It was
I went on the
the
website.
ultimate was
It said
$100.
$99.99, but then it was slashed out and it was $49.99.
Yeah, because I know the OG Ultimate was $100 because the premium edition was like 45 if you had Game Pass. So
Yeah. So just crazy to see. Yeah, I kind of like I don't think most gamers care if a racing game is sim or arcade. I think they more so care about the cars and if the game races well. So I thought that it would do pretty well there, and it seems to be doing just about as well as I expected. I'm actually gonna throw this to Kofi. Are you surprised at how well Forza has done in the debut of pre-orders, especially with limited marketing?
I would say I'm a little bit surprised. I think for it to be like number 3 in many, well, number 1 in many regions and number 3 in others is pretty good.
Yeah, 1 and 3
I
in
haven't
a lot of
seen,
regions. For
yeah, 1 and 3, and I haven't seen any advertisement at all, like not even online or anything like that.
yeah,
So kudos to Playground, because I think more people playing their game is great. I did not. Yeah, I don't own 5. I own 4.
uh-huh.
I really enjoyed 4. I love some of the I remember the mission early in 4 where they paid homage to Initial D, because you got to do some
yeah,
downhill drifting. Like I do, like I'm watching them, and I'm rooting for them. So I probably will get this game. I was definitely gonna buy it if they had like a physical edition I could support, but I saw that they're not gonna do that for now. But no, I think it's like really, really encouraging. I still have not bought my very expensive steering wheel that I would like for
Racing
driving
games.
with for Gran Turismo and for this and for maybe even like F1. But this will give me more of an incentive to do it, especially because my family really likes cars, and they would love the idea of like a steering wheel and
See, I
driving
played
with
the F.
this.
Are you talking about the EA F1 game?
Yeah, I think it is an EA F1 game.
I played the EA F1 game. The driving felt clunky to me. I just didn't rock with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just didn't have as much control of the vehicle as I expected to have, especially like not like even when I'm not driving at super high speeds. I just didn't.
yeah.
It just didn't feel good to me.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But I played it. I played it a while, and the only reason I played it is because like Microsoft gave you points to play it. But I always liked I like Formula One racing, so I figured I would like the game, and I
Right.
played it, and it just wasn't it just wasn't as smooth as I would have liked it to be. I didn't need it to be arcadey or anything like that, but I just thought I would have like a little bit more control of the vehicle, especially like when I'm not driving like 200 miles an hour.
I
So,
got you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame, but at least I'll save my dollars then.
I mean, oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, if you have like EA, you can do like EA Play for like $4, and you can play it and see if you really like it. But yeah, I wasn't ultra impressed by it. Yeah, any other thoughts on the whole Forza thing, Kofi?
No, no. Yeah, definitely looking forward to. I think I'll get it at some point. Gaming is, like you said, there's so many games coming out, but
So many
excited to
games
see what
coming out.
they're gonna sell pretty well here.
And Jubei,
Yeah.
a game you love, Forza,
Mm-hmm.
heading over to PlayStation and having the type of success that it's having in pre-orders. What are your initial thoughts?
I'm not mad at it. Congrats, it's deserved. I'm not a fan of Gran Turismo. I closed the door on Gran Turismo for myself when they said, "Oh yeah, this shit's like, this shit's only going to be on PS5," and then they launched that shit on PS4 and pissed me off.
Huh.
So, yeah, no, I'm not too upset about it. I'm happy more people get to play the game. Should be some crazy drive avatars running around. I hope that they do crossplay with it. To be honest,
I think they already announced crossplay.
Crossplay has to be a thing. I want to race some drive avatars. I know Kofi's will probably go crazy.
Yeah,
with how
That'll be
how
really
he
fun.
how he be racing.
Yeah, the one thing I like about
he
the
ain't gonna be
Drivatars
running people
and
off the track
Horizon
and shit,
specifically is
so-
that you'll just be driving through Mexico, and someone's Drivatar will go past you.
Yep.
So
And you're just like, oh,
it doesn't always have to be within the structure of a race, and it really encourages exploration in the games. Like you get to like see all these different regions. It's cool. If you do get Forza Horizon 5, I am sure you will enjoy it, Kofi. All the different, and with the deluxe edition, you also get the Hot Wheels stuff and all that. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there.
That's what's up.
Anything else, Jube?
nah, man, bring it on. Like I'm super stoked for other people to play it. I'm not even mad that like people are like, oh yeah, the PS5 Pro plays it better. I'm like, no shit, dude. Like, what did y'all expect?
See,
Like,
all right,
Microsoft
so
isn't gonna release a
all right,
subpar damn thing on there because they still need to,
I don't.
they're trying to get a sale.
All right, so to my understanding, from what I've seen so far, PS5 Pro Enhanced is not an automatic indicator that it is going to perform better on the PlayStation 5, because the PlayStation 5
Correct.
Pro, the main thing behind it being PS5 Pro Enhanced was the pisser tech, and the pisser tech has had limited success to this point. It's not at a point where it's 100% running smoothly yet, so I don't get the people running and saying that the game is automatically going to run better just because you see PS5 Pro Enhanced. It's kind of like when Xbox Series X first dropped and they would put badges on certain games that said optimized for Series X. To me, it's kind of the same thing. It's like the same it's marketing jargon. So I think people just need to like kind of relax on the marketing jargon in particular, because we don't know until the game drops if it's going to perform better or on par or whatever. We just got to wait and see. I mean, would I expect it to run better if the pisser technology is doing what it's supposed to do? Yeah, probably. But I mean, it's just not a guarantee at this point, because a lot of people are even have turned off the pisser technology completely, because they've had issues developing with it. Yet it has to be iterated on a little bit more. But yeah, any more bars, Jube, before I move on to the nappy? He looks like he's biting at the bit. He's bouncing up and down. He looks very alert, like he's ready to talk.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and let Nappy get at it.
All right. Happy Nappy.
What's up?
What you got on this Forza being dropped, man? Your camera's messing with my eyesight, man. You're getting super blurry over there.
My fault. Let me try
good.
to cover it and make it dark as possible, and then let it refocus.
There we
go. Now,
yeah.
that sometimes you just gotta do a little refocusing. But as far as for a Forza coming to PlayStation and the fact that it's number 1 in some countries, number 3 in others, it's a good sign. Honestly, I think the console war was stupid to begin with. I mean, I'm just glad to see a game's doing well. People got more games. I didn't know Gran Turismo had so many issues that pissed off PlayStation people. So I'm honestly happy that you guys have gotten
non-PlayStation people.
No. It does have its issues, but there's also a lot of awesome things that Gran Turismo does. Free updates have been coming every other month for the last 3 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue that the community had with Gran Turismo is the monetization within the game and how it got so expensive to get these cars that you had to, You couldn't. It made it really hard to earn it through play. Like you pretty much had to buy the cars, and that's what I think a lot of people had the biggest problem with in regards to the game. As far as gameplay goes, I haven't heard a ton of complaints. I've heard some, but not too many when it came to GT7.
Yeah, GT7. Game Boy's really fun. I really need to get back into it.
I'm just glad to see that the game is doing very well. Maybe PlayStation and Microsoft can get their head out their asses when it comes to keeping their games on their own systems and releasing some of their older titles to different platforms just to get a quick extra buck out of it, because it seems like the community is already having an issue, or sorry, the studios are already having issues investing into new IPs. Why don't they just take some of their old IPs and share it with the world instead of keeping it on their platforms, especially like old platforms?
I think Forza Horizon 5 just recently reached its all-time high, like 44 million gamers.
Yeah.
So that happened. That happened in February. We're in a new month, so it happened in February.
I mean, like I said, it's a good thing to see. Yeah, share the love, man. I mean, if you keep a game on one console and you're complaining about sales, the first thing you should do is like, okay, maybe we should open this up to other platforms to get as much money as we can out of it. I don't understand why they've never done that before.
Well, the technology wasn't as similar as it is now.
PlayStation 4. Well, okay, I'll admit the PlayStation 4 Xbox did have different, but especially now with both of them using this similar AMD architecture, and they both have the FSR2. I mean, if it can work on the PlayStation, they can make it work on the Xbox.
Yeah, I would agree. Now we're in a place where the technology is similar enough to where there's not a technical reason why the games aren't everywhere.
But that's what I'm honestly just happy for. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy that Forza sold well in PlayStation. Who knows? Well, you guys aren't getting Gears. I know you guys want Gears apparently, but
I don't think they're getting Gears unless there is a remake of the first three.
That will be wild if they remake the first three and put it on PlayStation. That will be wild.
It'll be on Xbox and PlayStation and PC, but I don't think that they're gonna give people a old rundown Gears. I just don't.
Yeah. We'll see. I can actually see that. I can see them giving Gears 1 and 2 because I can definitely see them giving at least one. They're probably going to dip their
They'd have to do all three because they're doing E-Day. Because they're doing E-Day and you're going back to Dom and Marcus. Yeah, being that you're going back to them, you got to do their trilogy. So,
I mean, I can see that, but I mean, just to be extra safe, here's a sample. They just put Gears 1 in there.
I mean, they could do Gears Ultimate. It's in a good enough state to where you could. You really only got to remake 2 and 3. You can just upscale Gears Ultimate, really. Because the graphics in Gears Ultimate is amazing. Like, it looks fantastic.
Yep, I got it on. Yeah, I played it on PC. I was shocked when it came out of PC, and I was like, "Where's 2 and 3?"
Yeah. So, now that could happen. I could see you getting Gears Ultimate and Gears of War E-Day. But
I don't know about E-Day. That's a little too new. That's new.
Well, I don't think that'd be day one, but I'm saying I think you could get those two eventually.
I don't know about E-Day at all. I can see 1, 2, and 3, but E-Day, I don't know. I mean, PlayStation, they be stingy with their IPs too, just for putting it on PC. What makes you think Microsoft's going to be like, oh, we're just going to give this to you in a year? Nah, Microsoft's going to wait like 5 or 10.
I think Xbox isn't really ran by Xbox at the moment. I think it's being more so ran by Microsoft people, and I think Microsoft people like to kill platforms and services from within, in a way that they make their software like kind of like a virus to your platform almost, to where like you don't use anything else but their stuff. And I think that's what Microsoft might try to do over there. So they might be like, whatever big game you're dropping this particular month, we'll drop something beside it so that your game doesn't sell as much as it potentially could. I could see them doing things like that. Because that's how Microsoft has operated in the past, and it has worked for them. So see them doing that.
Well, we will see.
But with that said, we can head on into our final topic. We've been pretty rapid fiery, so getting to bed before midnight is always a good thing. Boom. Along with all this news that we've been getting, Xbox related, Charlie Intel and a couple others have gave us some details regarding Call of Duty that's dropping in 2026. And in regards to this new title that's dropping, which I think will be Modern Warfare 2, it seems as if, based on the reports, that Xbox will finally be abandoning previous gen hardware, which is Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And it also looks like they already have internal development kits for the next Xbox to be coming out next year. So it looks like next year could be the start of a new generation, which I think is kind of unfair to say to Nintendo. Nintendo should technically be the start of a new generation, even though they arrived extremely late to the party. But like Switch is technically kicking off its next generation, so I guess Xbox will technically be following in their footsteps. Technically. But yeah, interesting to see. Jubei, Mr. New Xbox in 2026. What are your thoughts surrounding these reports that the dev kits are at least out internally at Xbox for 2026?
That fits right into exactly what I was saying they were gonna do.
Okay.
Like,
so
I've been saying 2026 for a minute.
All right? Xbox, from a development standpoint, has gotten extremely huge. Are you okay with no third party support as far as these next generation titles? So like if the new Madden comes out, the new Final Fantasy, the new Witcher, and it's not next Xbox supported, like optimized, I should say, because they kept everything in house until they actually released the console. Are you cool with that? Because we haven't heard about these dev kits in the wild yet, so
yeah, I don't think that's what they're. Maybe there might be a crazy NDA, but like I don't think that.
I don't know, because people snitch about everything when it comes to Xbox. Like Xbox have a hard time keeping stuff under wraps.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking. Like, are you cool in an instance where the Xbox, whatever comes out, but the games that come out for it are still running at, series level when it drops? Are you cool with that?
If that's the case,
for that first year, you got to wait till 2027 to really get third-party next-gen titles.
Nah, I'm not okay with that.
But if Xbox is giving you like 15 next-gen titles, does it still bother you?
Yeah, it still bothers me.
Okay, I'm just kind of gauging where you're at, because it was kind of as the person who would be day one outside dropping like 1,500 on whatever the next Xbox is, even though it's only like $499.
Right.
I just had to ask.
The PlayStation Prince has spoken.
So okay, that's just interesting to hear. And I guess you would feel a lot better knowing that the PS5 Pro Enhanced thing won't be something that bothers you until PS6 comes out. But I'm gonna roll this one over to Kofi. New generation kicking off with the Switch and Xbox following up. in 2026 with new hardware. What are your thoughts on that potentially being a thing and us actually getting new hardware next year?
I think it's a great opportunity to reset the parity for Xbox titles, like dump the S. But I know that's such a huge market, and that won't be immediate. I don't think that whenever let's say a new console does come out in 2026, S is not going to be abandoned for a while, just because it still makes a ton of money. It still probably holds a lot of Game Pass subscribers. And just
Well,
to cut them off would be probably not
I think
good
you
financial
I think you
decision.
do get the parity that you're talking about. Because I don't think that they abandoned the two SKU approach, but I think the two SKU is now a hard console and a handheld. So
which isn't as bad.
yeah.
And
So
they could make the handheld like the Raj Ally and all those other things where it just you can put really anything on it in that case. So it's like it's not like they have to do any work or any
and you
real
get
extra work. They basically just can release the PC version on the handheld and you tweak it down to whatever you need.
well, I think the Xbox handheld is gonna be a full on Xbox experience. I don't think it's gonna be quite like a PC like the ROG is.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be like you get the same experience that you get on a console in your hands. Because you don't get the same experience on a ROG that you do on a Xbox. You just don't. It's a little bit different. It's basically you got the Xbox PC app, which isn't necessarily the best app in the world at the moment. So
Yeah.
uh, I think you'll get more of a catered Xbox experience. But I also think that if it does have the PC elements, but you still get that catered experience, you may have a situation to where like you can run like the Xbox software that's on console on your PC, like through the application. That'd be pretty powerful. If like you can get like quick resume and stuff like that on your PC,
Mm-hmm.
that would I think features like quick resume would be enough um to kind of get some people over like off a Switch. I mean, not off a Switch, off of Steam for certain titles that they enjoy. Like, because quick resume is a powerful tool, bro. Like having like
It is.
5 games that are like always in a steady state to where you just pick up and you just play where you dropped off. Like people like that shit. So interesting. Any other thoughts, Kofi?
That's about it.
All right, all right. And Nappy, next
Mhm.
generation Xbox, basically like a shitty ass
It
PC
better.
card. So how are you
No, it's
feeling?
not going to be a shitty. As long as that's GDDR7, that's all I care about. Because that's the latest and greatest new hardware. If in the tech industry right now, they are really having a hard time finding updated, better hardware or better physical like chips. So I think what they should maybe focus on is the optimization part. The only new hardware I want to see that's physically inside this new dev kit is GDDR7.
Okay. Now, as
Um,
I have a question for you as a PC person in regards to this next generation Xbox.
yeah, what's up?
So, some of the rumors that have been circulating is that the Xbox that comes out, this next Xbox, may be kind of like a reference card, like how like how Nvidia releases their Founders Edition of their graphics cards, but they license out the development to other companies to kind of also be able to make those cards. If that ends up being the case, and the next
Like
generation Xbox is simply a reference model, and you get some,
external GPU. It's an external GPU. I've heard rumors about it as well.
so
They're trying to make it where you can plug it because of the USB-C ports. Now they can support like 10. They got USB-C ports that can support up to 40 gigabytes in some of the cheaper laptops. They kind of want to make it where they're trying to get as much option as possible. And sometimes it'll be easy to plug your computer up into an external GPU and just plug it into your TV. And
mhm.
there you go. It's like a docking station almost.
so
I've heard the rumor about that.
so that's what I'm saying. So if you get into the world where you're able to get PC quality performance from kind of these third-party vendors making the console, does that kind of pull you
No.
away from certain aspects of PC gaming and more
No.
towards a console in some ways? Nope, you're just
No.
PC till you die.
Look, okay, look, it's not going to beat the. I hate because Nvidia's right now has a chokehold on the market as far as quality, like really powerful GPUs, and even they are struggling. So, to think that Microsoft is going to pull me away from PC gaming, no, I'm just going to get. If you guys don't know, my setup is I have a gaming desktop for my desk, I have a gaming laptop for my TV, and when I'm on the go.
All right. So, like, if you had like a 5080 based
I highly doubt it's gonna be
Xbox
5080
from, Asus, that
Asset.
sold for like 1500.
A 5080 for 1500. That sounds like a ripoff.
A 50, it's I'm just throwing out some numbers. Like,
No, because I like the freedom of PC gaming. The number one thing I like about PC gaming is
but new Xbox supposed to have Steam Store on it. It's supposed to have.
I'm pretty sure they put Steam Store on there, but then I'd rather go through my PC with Steam Store than go through Xbox with my Steam Store, because that's another way to trap me in the Game Pass. And sometimes when I want to play a game without it being on part of the Xbox Game Pass ecosystem, I'll purchase it through Steam. Rather than even though on the PC side we don't have to pay for the subscription. Once you buy the game, you can play online on computers. I still think paying for online is a scam because I don't see the difference as far as like the port protocols as accessing the online segments. I don't see the difference from a console doing it from a PC doing it.
Yeah.
But just for that simple reason alone, I will never get a console. The fact that I can just play online because I pay an internet bill is good. It's more than enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you there. I just wanted to kind of, as a PC gamer, gauge your perspective on some of the things that Xbox is trying and see if they're see if they're in any way attractive to you as a PC gamer. Okay. Is there anything they could do that would make it kind of attractive to you, like kind of some of the things that they're talking about doing in the space?
I mean, I'm still curious about this handheld stuff, because if the handheld can run up to like 360 games, I would love to get my 360 catalog on the go. But other than that,
so only the handheld aspect. Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to sell me it's really hard to sell me like telling me to drop my PC to get a console.
No, I'm not talking about dropping your PC. I'm just saying, is there certain things that they're doing that would be attractive to you as a PC customer?
Probably just the handheld portion, possibly.
Okay.
But other than that, ain't really much else they can do. I mean, Microsoft knows that they can't it's going to be hard to convince PC players to leave their PCs and get on the console hardware train. So you might as well just make your stuff available for PC.
I don't think they want you to leave, but I think they're trying to do things that kind of pull you from the gaming chair to the couch a little bit more. So that, maybe you game on the couch 3 days a week and you game on the PC 4 days a week type.
So, but you'd rather upgrade your GPU with the 50 something and how expensive that is, as opposed to getting another Xbox, right?
Yeah, but that's all I was asking. I'm like, if there was a third party like 5080 based Xbox, is that something that a PC gamer would be interested in? That's what I was kind of asking them.
No, because now you're forcing me to pay for the Microsoft subscription to play online. No.
Okay.
I get that because, I guess I kind of am more leaning how Pharaoh's thinking, because so I'm an NVIDIA person. I do not like AMD.
Okay.
Just because I guess I kind of like the idea of getting a little bit more frames, even though I'm paying a lot more. I know AMD is the better value proposition, but with them being so high priced, I have a 1080 Ti right now.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I'm going to skip right to 50, 60, something like that. But at this point, I'd rather just get my Pro, and I'll be happy with that. The other kicker for that is not just it would cost less money to get something better than my 1080 Ti. I can get certain games only on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of titles that like Falcom releases. That Falcom does release their titles on Steam, but it's like 8 months after PlayStation gets it, and I just don't want to wait.
Yeah, I
So
can
it's
respect that.
I don't know.
I got you. I mean, well, Sony's already pissed off because somebody found a way to emulate the PlayStation 4 and running Bloodborne on it, and they tried to shut that project down because
yeah.
Bloodborne is their. I didn't realize Bloodborne is their baby. So I didn't realize how Sony was so tight-lipped. Like it's almost like in Nintendo levels.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it seems like they really want to do something with it, but they can't because the people that made it don't really feel like doing anything with it. So
right.
They gotta pay.
Agreed.
You gotta pay software. You gotta pay from software. I mean,
Yeah.
software's
They're busy.
but they're busy.
They're
They
busy.
rather do something. They rather do a new project that they know is going to make a lot more money as opposed to doing something
like the
strictly for
multiplayer
Sony.
Elden Ring game.
Yeah.
The multiplayer Elden Ring game that's
Yeah.
coming out soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're this huge studio to where they can just allocate something to doing strictly for Sony at the moment. So like, they got to pick and choose where they spend their resources, but they get a lot of bang for their buck out of that studio. So, good for them. But if nobody else has anything else, we can kind of roll in the outros. Going once, going twice. All right, let's hit these outros. So want to thank everybody for coming out. If you made it to this point, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed the show. Please please hit that like button and share this out. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our outros. Kofi, where can people find you, and what will you be playing?
Guys, you can catch me playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds. Definitely, let's link up. Let's do some, cool team ups. I hopefully will be Hunter rank, 4, 5. I mean, I'm already 4, 5, 6, and more in the coming days, and then this weekend might be a great opportunity to link up. Otherwise, I'm playing Visions of Mana, getting through Visions of Mana, and then the next JRPG will probably be Romancing Saga 2 remake, Revenge of the Seven. And Fate Samurai Remnant might be another one I play. Oh, I forgot, I have Dragon Quest 3. So the Dragon Quest 3 remake will also be the next big one to play. So pretty excited, and I'll see y'all online.
All
right. And Jubei, where can we find you, and what will you be playing?
Yeah, you can find me at Jubei X Sensei on gaming platforms, Jubei Sensei everywhere else. Gonna be touching my backlog, so I'll probably be on Diablo. Got to finish Avowed. Yeah, I'll have more to report next week, hopefully.
All right. And last but not least, Nappy, where can we find you, and what will you be playing?
Yes, you can find me here on YouTube. Just type Nappy Senshi in that search bar. My channel will pop up, and I have a couple of controllers for you. For the PC Nintendo Switch people, I got this is the Nixie Flex controller. So this is the module controller for PC Nintendo Switch, and it's supposed to work with the Pro as well because all the Nintendo Switch controllers, Pro controllers, can work with this new Nintendo Switch hardware, iOS and Android. For the Xbox people, you guys got a new budget Pro controller made by Scuff for 100 USD. The Scuff Valor Pro. This controller I got my hands on really early, and I already posted a review on that. It's a pretty decent controller for Pro budget controller for Xbox. And for you mobile gamers out there, I got the Easy SMX Bluetooth edition. As you guys see, this is the Bluetooth mobile controller, and it is Call of Duty mobile compatible on the Android side, which is a huge plus. And also check out this game Tribe 9. I'm sorry, I love the Zero Escape series. The same people who made that story is making this story, and the story is just really, really good for, even though it is a gacha game. But so far, I haven't spent any money, and I'm enjoying myself. So, but yeah. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to probably be hunting a bunch of monsters and getting my mastery rank up.
Cool. All right. That being said, I want to thank you for everyone for coming out and getting your weekly dose of that vitamin G. We are out. Peace.
Peace.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside. all alone.
Vitamin J. Ay. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. Vitamin J. Vitamin J. Got what you need.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J. Got what you need. Vitamin J. Got what you need.
All
Vitamin
alone.
J. Discussing that heat in the street, and we got just what you need on Vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin J.